The introduction to Need for Speed Most Wanted has now come and passed, after I basically spent about 16.5 minutes basically trying to explain everything you need to know about the game without making it sound like I'm obviously ranting. But anyway, let's now begin with Need for Speed Most Wanted 05. As you can see, we have made no progress in any areas yet, but that's about to change, because we are now going to get started with the career mode. And in terms of the thumbnail shot, I will probably wind up using the same shot I did before. And unfortunately, we cannot get any of the angles of the M3 GTR as much as I really want to. But anyway, let's get started with the career mode before I waste any more of your time. Okay? Over to you, Mr. Cutscene.
How's your car running?
Paper. I need your pink slip. He's dangerous. Be careful. He'll swap paint if he has to.
First, I'm gonna take your ride, then I'm gonna take your girl. Get ready for that.
Stay focused. He's rolling on a lot of power, so wait for him to shift first.
Patrol Division, we have reported at least one mobile Code 6 driver followed by police.
I need all available units on this. Get them going, Code 3.
Alrighty then, here we go, as we are now battling Razor. And something is awry with my controller. It's either that or I simply forgot to shift down off the launch. Or maybe it's just me. Oh well, we pretty much got through the cutscene anyway, so... you know what? Yeah, I'll just do that. It's also because, well, I kind of bogged down on the launch, and I wasn't really prepared to see what would happen next, unfortunately. Okay, let's try this again.
Remaining units, be advised, vehicle wet BCB. Squad should be set up in the surrounding area.
So we are trying this again, and making sure that this time we do manage to get through this properly. And here comes Mia. And now we get thrown into another cutscene. I'm not too surprised.
Oh man, did you pick the wrong street to run on? This is a nice car. Gauges, shifter, wheel? Is this all for show, or is there something more I should know about?
I'd like to take a little peek under the hood.
Good idea. Let me tell you what's about to happen. We're gonna take your car, tear it apart, and see if it's street legal. You know, I'd lay odds that it ain't. Get a record out here.
Looks like your racing days are over.
Let me let you in on a little secret. Street racing in Rockport is finished. I've got a beautiful little surprise that's gonna tear you guys apart from the inside out. Now get out of the car.
Attention Patrol Division. Units are in a high-speed pursuit of multiple vehicles, aggressively evading custody. Units in the area directed to clear and head up to provide cover.
Next time, you won't be so lucky. Nice pinstripe.
Alrighty, so the first thing we did was very brief. This is our official first race of the game, and I nailed the launch. So we basically have to do, I think, 4 races before we actually get down to where the real meat of the game begins. This is basically just more or less a prologue with the events that will come. And yes, as you can see, we are driving our boy itself, the BMW M3 GTR. And of course, well, the objects on the pavement, we can basically just hit those and, well, not really lose too much speed in most areas. Unless you're running into water barrels for obvious reasons. But anyway. So yeah, we are racing Ronnie McCrea. Officially the first guy we are competing against here in the city of Rockport. And something else I should mention about our main ally in this game is that our main ally in that red Mazda RX-8, her name is Mia Townsend. And basically, she is more or less our ally in this game, basically from start to finish. Even though she basically is working as basically an undercover cop. And she'll basically be the one who helps us throughout the game. So something else that's quite useful is we get race stats. And if you like numbers like me, then you'll obviously, find it interesting to know the stats of the race results. It's also pretty cool to know that we actually get the amount of money we win from these races as well, up in the top left of the photograph, which I think is interesting. Okay, let's continue. On to the next cutscene.
What did I tell you?
Razor, he shadowed me. I couldn't shake him.
Another bolt-on Wonder Boy looking to get smoked. Why don't we save you the grief and peel those parts right now?
Bolt on or not, that ride is hot. Faster than anything here.
You obviously don't know your cars, sweetheart.
I know your ride doesn't have a chance.
My 60-footer, quarter mile, whatever you want to throw on the table, smokes anything here, including this pump gas kit car.
Well, then where's your punk money then?
$5 grand. $5 grand. Says my boy'll smoke this clown.
What's your boy have to do with this?
I ain't racing this nobody. And I ain't taking orders from some chick who just rolled onto the scene.
Yeah. This here is the number 15 guy on the blacklist. You got a lot of rep to earn before you get to run with him.
Thanks for the update. Are we doing this or what?
I got him.
Why don't we make it 10 grand?
Oh yeah, you want to amp this up? Let's do it right. Yeah, give me the police. We got a couple of guys about to street race down here at the shipyards. You better send the cops right away. Maybe an ambulance too. When he's through with you, I never want to see your face again.
To those of you who know this game, you will obviously know that the main protagonist in this story, the main antagonist in this story is of course Razor. And of course, as I now know from doing research, unlike my sloppy first attempt of trying this, I know of course that, well, Razor's real first name is Clarence. And yep, we understandably have got the feds.
These guys are really booking it. Stand by.
So,
I got your report parties
let's
on
go.
queue and they're not stopping. I'm going code 3. Back up here, code 6 parties separated.
Also, cops, by the way, will play a very
Suspect is heading north.
integral part in pretty much piecing together this game story mode-wise.
Nothing seems to be working.
There is also a lot of dialogue in this game as well, which means it is going to be very hard for me to get the words out in certain areas. And I accidentally stepped on the handbrake. I also just remembered that R1 is for the handbrake and L1 is for the nitrous. But we'll see how we do, as I'm pulling away and crossing the line at 152 after I hit a lamppost at the end. And we were racing against Bull in that black Mercedes SLR McLaren, and I won in the end by just under 8.1 seconds. So, a pretty commanding performance, if I do say so myself. And another 10 grand as ours. Okay, next race. As soon as it loads.
Well,
Well, look what the underground let loose. Let's see how good you do in the daylight.
Okay, so we got a Monaro, an RX-8, and a Subaru Impreza among our competition here, as we are now doing a circuit race, because we have got to run 2 laps around this joint. So, after doing a sprint race, a pursuit challenge race, our third race is now a circuit race, and where we are doing 2 laps around this joint. I probably didn't need to shift up into 5th gear there, but I chose to anyway, as we are briefly on the Rockport Highway. And now we are out in the open as I go into the wall. And I almost lose all my momentum. So Molly is now second, Sushi third, and the guy who was on the phone in the cutscene, I believe his name is Rog, if I'm not mistaken. He is currently at the back in his Vauxhall Monaro, also known as the Pontiac GTO and the Holden Commodore respectively. I know that different regions technically run under different manufacturers when it comes to pretty much the same model of cars. And I guess it's understandable, you know, for the purpose of car branding, if you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, that was race 3. And these are the results. So, a 7-second margin of victory over Molly, Sushi was 3rd, and Rog finished in 4th. Okay, on now to our 4th race.
Good run. I like your style. Just make sure you watch your back with these guys, alright? See you around.
What's up, poser? I'm glad you're putting it down out there. I really am, because I can't wait to get a crack at that ride. What? Didn't anybody tell you? You gotta put your ride on the line to run against a blacklist racer, and that is why people aren't stupid enough to do it. I'll be waiting.
I'll also be waiting, Clarence.
How's your car running?
Paper. I need your pink slip. He's dangerous. Be careful. He'll swap paint if he has to.
First, I'm gonna take your ride, then I'm gonna take your girl. Get ready for that.
Hey, stay focused. He's rolling on a lot of power, so wait for him to shift first.
And now we are into this race again, where I am racing Razor in his flaming black Ford Mustang GT. And a little slow there with the launch, but that's okay because I know these races are relatively easy. And basically, if you know this race, you will know this is basically the one that we did before. And now, under the circumstances, we are basically doing this race again, as I take the outside lane heading through the spiral, but that's okay because I do not lose too much speed taking the bottom groove, as I almost run into a pair of trees. And now we've got cops, unsurprisingly. And Clarence approached me from behind. However, I fend him off.
Police units are engaged in a high-speed pursuit of multiple suspect vehicles. Members 10-8 directed to head up to the area.
And can I manage to get some results?
I'm gonna need cover for these racers.
Well, not that the results really matter because, well, something else will happen, but I'm not going to basically ruin what happens because, well, I have made that mistake once or twice before. But not this time, because I am actually better than that now. And that's a water barrel. Not too surprising to say that I hit it. And I pressed the handbrake again. Now we're gonna get a call from Mia. Somewhere around here, I think.
Hey, there's something wrong with your ride. You left a huge oil slick at the start line. You have to end the race fast.
I think that means our engine is about to blow. And there it goes, the crankshaft has gone kaboom. Engine has gone kaboom. Confirmed.
Thank you for the ride. I knew you weren't blacklist material. Hey, where's your punk money now?
What happened?
What happened is he's on show and no go.
She's mine now. And I'm gonna ride her like you never could.
Hard and flat.
Hey, Mia. Sweetheart. The winner's circle's over here. Bus stop's that way, champ.
The UC thought you were the one, but you're mine now.
Hey, where's your fancy ride?
Who cares? He's not gonna need him where he's going. And they're gonna love you in the big house, baby.
Get in. I heard they didn't have enough on you. Guess it's hard to nail you for street racing when you don't know how to ride. Razor set you up. He messed with your car. Gets worse. He's #1 on the blacklist, and he used your ride to get there. To get back in, you have to become notorious, win races, and build up your bounty. I've hooked you up with a place to lay low in, but first, you gotta get yourself a new ride. Hey Ed, it's Mia. I got a friend coming by. Do me a favor, hook him up? Thanks. I owe you one.
And so, we now get a choice to pick between 3 starter cars. Well, 4 if you include the Volkswagen Golf GTI. Which, by the way, is not really a car I need to buy because, well, to be perfectly honest, we're basically gonna wind up getting this car at some point anyway. I can tell you that now. So realistically, our choices are between the Chevy Cobalt SS, the Fiat Punto, and the Lexus IS300. Each of these cars have their advantages. I know a lot of people often say the Chevy Cobalt is the best starter car because, well, it's the fastest. However, each of these cars do have their advantages. There's no clear-cut winner over which one is the best. The Lexus, for example, has the best handling of the starter cars. The Punto has the highest acceleration mark. And, as I said before, the Cobalt technically has the top speed advantage. And of course we also have the VW Golf, but unfortunately we can't afford that. And I don't think in the console versions of the game we can get the 10,000 cash bonus from playing with a Need for Speed Underground 2 file on the memory card. I know that's a thing on the PC version, but when I did my research for the PlayStation 2 version, and you can correct me anytime in the comments if my analysis is wrong, but I could not find anything on the internet that said about the credit bonus for this game being available on the console version compared to the PC version, basically. And we also have all the other cars I showcased last time, or most of them I should say. These will basically get unlocked as we move further and further up the blacklist, which is pretty much the integral part of the career mode. But I think I'm gonna leave this here, and then next time we will officially choose what car it is we will start with. So, we have made it through the Prologue races, and next time we will be selecting our first official ride of the game. Stay tuned.